What's going on, you guys? My name is Rage and we are back today with another Dark Dimension 3 continuation video now for the next node being node 10 of Dark Dimension 3. With that being said, it is going to be the exact same roster that I used in my previous video, so let's go over them real quick here. You can see here I got Ebony Maw here. He's going to be providing excellent protection for the team in terms of support, defense up, offense down, as well as healing. I love his abilities and being able to synergize with our next character here being Thanos. Thanos is actually going to provide energy at Ebony Maw, ensuring that we have the ability to maintain the upkeep of his Ebony Maw special and ultimate. In addition to that, Thanos does have the offense down and taunting damage, taking that damage away from our team, really kind of shouldering that brunt, especially with him and Ebony Maw having the 6 red stars. It really makes them the tankiest characters on our team. Next, we do have Hela. She's going to be providing additional support and DPS, especially with Greg being there to soak up damage, but as well having her ultimate is going to be handily available just to be able to spread those negative conditions, really ensuring our enemies are kind of kept under bay. On top of that, she does have a very nice disruption for support as well. And then last but not least, to kind of shoulder the burden in terms of any kind of mistakes we make, it's going to be Minerva providing her healing and as well additionally her revive to really give us that second chance in terms of anything happening to us if things go wrong. So with that being said, now let's dive right into the gameplay of Node 10. As you guys can see, this is consistent with my previous video in the sense that I do leave the middle open in the case that if there's any characters attacking us, the chain attack will stop in the middle. So just having that middle separation, if you guys are only using 4 characters, does help mitigate damage. Once again, I am going to be using, Dutch Rudder's a link in the description below here, just as a way to kind of navigate using his guide in terms of which characters we should be taking down in the first wave, as well as which characters to expect in the next coming wave. So starting off here, you see that we're up against quite a few different mixture of characters here. The ones we are actually intending to take down will be Black Widow, Vision, and Scarlet Witch, just due to the fact that they have ability block. Scarlet Witch has sustainability, and Black Widow provides a stun and speed up. So those are the 3 we do have to take down from the beginning. Fortunately, you guys will see that these guys are a lot squishier and weaker than the previous nodes we have faced. Very similar to our previous video on node 9. It seems like Scopely was intending to give us kind of a brief break in these next 2 nodes, so it's kind of nice there. I do actually aim for Black Widow first, just due to the fact that she provides invaluable speed up to her team. So taking her down gives us an edge in the sense that at least now we can take advantage of Ebony Maw gaining that controller immunity, but as well taking them down now we can mitigate a user on their side and having the ability to stun us. Keep in mind as well, the next wave does spawn at 22 out of 26 characters, so that means we can officially take down 3 more before the next wave spawns. So again, I do recommend taking down Scarlet Witch and Vision, just due to the fact that they have the ability block, as well as Scarlet Witch actually being able to provide healing and sustainability for her team. In this case, I do opt to take her out, and once again, kind of consistent with Black Widow, them being hero controllers does give us the extra immunity and barrier thanks to Ebony Maw's passive, so that's really good to have. And then now I will resume actually attacking Vision here, just because he also has the dodge and the ability block. It's good to just to take him out as well. And then last but not least, it's really up to you guys who you really want to take down after that, because at that point, it is going to be the next wave starting at 22, so you can kind of gauge your choice here. It could be either Carnage for his speed up that he gets whenever our guys go down, or if you wanted to take down a taunt such as Colossus, or the extra DPS such as the 2 Winter Soldiers that you see. Personally, I do go for Winter Soldier just because I don't like the fact that they have additional damage and it scales higher in Dark Dimension. This next wave does consist of another Carnage, as well as Vision, Elektra, and once again another Scarlet Witch. So you can already kind of get the gist here. Once again we can take down another 4 of these enemies, and then that also spawns the next wave as well. And what I started realizing was the fact that I should have actually taken out Colossus from the beginning, just due to the fact that he has a taunt, he also has death proof. So finishing him off as my first, you bet Scarlet Witch is going to be one of them as well. And we just do have to keep in mind that because now there's 2 Carnages, they can benefit each other if if our allies actually cross that threshold in health. But fortunately, we do have a lot of healing on our team, so I don't think it's going to be an issue for a lot of players going through this node, just because these guys are actually pretty easy. You can see that their red star isn't even that high, and our damage actually hits them quite hard, just due to the fact that these guys aren't as strong as the previous nodes that we have seen. And then, as you can see here with Hela's ultimate and being able to spread all those negatives, it really does give our team a huge advantage over the enemies here. With that being said, I do finish off Scarlet Witch there, and once again, it's nice that she is a hero controller, giving us that extra benefit, and we are able to actually take down one more target before the next wave. And it's consistent with wave 1. You bet I am actually going to go ahead and take down Vision once again. And when we do take down Vision, there is going to be another wave here. Sabretooth, Wolverine, as well as 2 more Colossus. Not really a concern in this wave again, but due to the fact that, you know, the 2 Colossus do have a lot of taunts, so just keep that in mind if you wanted to take down some targets. But consistent with the previous waves, now we do have to take down, at least this time, instead of 4, it's actually going to be 5 characters from this wave. So 13 out of 26 enemies will spawn the next wave. Just have that figure in mind while you guys are going through this. Personally, it's really up to you guys who you want to take down here. I personally don't see any really big red flags. It's really, do you want to get the Colossus out of the way because of the fact that they taunt so much, or the Carnages because they're going to be getting a lot of speed up if your team does go below that health threshold, and you need to take them out so that they don't get additional speed up. For me personally, I just kind of attacked and did damage as much as I could. So the first character that actually fell for me was Elektra, but really I kind of just focused on whoever was weaker. So for you guys, you may just look at who's weak in the enemies here and just want to finish them off, so that way they're out of the way, especially with Hela doing all the damage and negatives. Minerva, as well as Ebony Maw having the health scaling damage, just does significant amount of damage. So as you can see, I kind of just went with the flow of it all, and really just took down who I could, and the bleeds really just took them out. So you can see here now at 13 out of 26 enemies, it does actually spawn a wave with Black Widow, Sabretooth, 2 more Wolverines, as well as another Winter Soldier. This is the one that may give you guys a problem, just due to the fact that the Wolverines can actually crit quite a bit, but because these guys are still weaker when compared to the previous nodes we've done in Dark Dimension 3, I don't think it's going to be an issue, but it's going to be consistent with the previous waves here. Unfortunately, Colossus does get in the way here, so we got to take him out, but you bet after following him, we are going to aim for Black Widow, just because Black Widow is the high priority target out of this wave, due to the fact that she has a stun and speed up, giving additional turns to the rest of her allies. Going here with the damage, you can see that I am going to finish off Black Widow, and really following Black Widow, it's really up to you guys who you want to take down. I do believe that Winter Soldier does do more damage than Sabretooth and Wolverine, so he's who I would recommend taking down. Keep in mind, 8 out of 26 enemies does spawn the last wave, so really at this point, it's completely up to you, but just love the devastating ultimate and damage that Hela does in these nodes. Absolutely amazing, and especially when she can spread all her negative conditions on all the enemies, it just really gives us such a huge advantage over the enemies. And here we go, finishing him off as the last one here, 8 out of 26. You're going to see that the last wave will come, and it is going to consist of another Carnage, Vision, Elektra, Scarlet Witch, as well as Colossus. So the last 8 characters in this wave here, hopefully you guys made it this far in terms of being able to survive, but hopefully not an issue, just because, like I said, these guys are quite weaker. I do recommend, if you would like, I do recommend taking either Vision or Scarlet Witch down. If you have Ebony Maw, Scarlet Witch is definitely the one to go, just due to the fact that she has that hero controller trait, really giving us that immunity and barrier if your team actually needed it right now for the wave. So I do go ahead here and I actually do opt to take her down. You can see she goes down with my passive and bleeding and damage on her. And really at this point, the big priority targets then after that would likely be Vision. But really after that, I don't see anybody else being a big threat. Vision has the ability block, which could get pestering, but otherwise it's really just timing for your guys' side, just taking them down. So we do go ahead and just take Vision down, and really after that, it's just going to be up to you guys for who you want to take down, because Carnage doesn't really do that much damage, only if your team goes lower. And then we go ahead now and just finish off Vision here. And there you guys have it. Really, I just go with the flow then. You know, once again, getting that barrier immunity, absolutely beautiful. And then we just go ahead and just try to take these guys down over time. And once again, as a subtle reminder to you guys, keep in mind as you're getting closer to the end of this wave and finishing them off, I am just going ahead and actually just using my basic attacks because, again, I don't want to be using my abilities. I really just want to be saving up energy, and we can definitely just finish Wolverine off without needing to use any abilities as well. He does do a little bit of damage, but because of our guys being scaled higher, the fact that he's only 78k in total TCP, it's really not an issue for us. So once again, I do think the key is really just managing the waves that come and having a good team synergy roster for this. Really not too bad for Node, but you know, like I said, Nodes 9 and Nodes 10 were definitely designed to be easier to kind of give players a break. So you guys can see here, that was the first attempt. I didn't even need actually an initial attack to kind of shoulder the damage. It was just the first attempt in general, so I do like that fact there. So as you guys can see here, the total damage, and that's on to Node 11 and the next wave. And again, similar to my other videos, I do like to just show the achievements here so that way you can see I started Dark Dimension 3 at 380 days. So definitely keep planning to keep doing this going forward. Thank you as always, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.